Okay, welcome back. We are on Unit 3 on the series of Illustrator Basics. Today we're going to learn Pathfinder and all the shapes and tools that go along with it, and options. So what I want you to do is go to the crimsonart.net site and click on, we'll go on the Computer Art B and look for the Illustrator Basics and Vector Art. Click on this link, Tools and Handout PDF, created by none other than our buddy Mr. Nelson over at Osseo Jr. He used to be a student teacher here, so thanks, Mr. Nelson. Here we go. If we click on the file, it will look like this. Okay. So once again, we're going to go through kind of this PDF file. And what I want you to do is be able to show me that you know what Pathfinder options are by altering and manipulating some shapes. All right, so, and then at the end, you're going to create a little guy that looks like this. Francois the Belching Worm. Again, thanks, Mr. Nelson. Hilarious. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Vector art. Once again, from the previous tutorial, you've learned that vector is pretty much a synonym for a line using mathematics, okay, and paths and anchor points, okay, to determine shapes, all right, geometric shapes and things, okay. So vectors are very different than raster image in that, well, rasters are basically anything that you'll see using pixels. And a pixel is pretty much a square assigned a color value. And when you put a bunch of colors together, like we might see in the pointillist era of painting, you'll see that it looks like an image. Our eyes read color pixels as images as they get closer together. Okay. So a raster loses resolution as it gets bigger. Vectors do not. Vectors, because they're mathematical lines and points, keep the crisp edge and lines as they increase in proportion. So from small to big, you could do a drawing or an illustration this size on a piece of paper and blow it up to the size of a building, and you would not lose any resolution. That's what's great about Illustrator. You can't do that with Photoshop or After Effects or these other kind of video-based, pixel-based artwork. So, moving on. Today, Pathfinder, what you're going to do is create some shapes and apply the Pathfinder options to your shapes. All right? And it's kind of shortcuts, kind of a useful tool in that it helps us with shortcuts and things, okay? And I'll do my best to work through it. It's been a little while, but I'll do the best I can. So here they are. They're kind of listed out. And what I want you to do is recreate that. We've talked about the pen and selection tools already, but here they are again. Once again, the direct selection tool is here, and the direct is the white tool, sorry, and the selection tool is a black arrow. The pen tool has some different options. It's got the minus point, convert point, and then we've talked about anchors and handles, which will determine your straight edge and a curved edge, okay, with using the pen tool. The direct selection tool and selection tool are going to be key when using the Pathfinder in that we're going to need the direct selection tool to select certain areas of the shapes after we apply the Pathfinder option. Okay, and there's Mr. Francois again. All right, so let's see if we can work through some of these things. So let's jump over to Illustrator. Here we have it, and I've taken the liberty to recreate some shapes here, just like Mr. Nelson did. And what you want to do is do the same. So go to File, and you're going to start a new print document. All right, it'll pop up like this. Now, if you don't see any rulers up here, what you're going to want to do is go to View, Rulers. And then right now mine are showing, so it'll say Hide Rulers, but you want to show your rulers. Or you can hit the Command R key option on your keyboard. And then what the ruler will do, if you can click and drag down, and it'll create guides for you. You can put guides on your picture, and it's just gonna kind of help align everything. All right, I put a guide over here so everything snaps to place. Now, if your shapes do not snap into the guide, you can go to View and then Snap to Grid. You can also Snap to Point. I don't need Snap to Point on. I just want it to snap to the grid line. Okay, so that's there. Now with the selection tool, click on this direct or selection tool. It's the black one, or hit V on your keyboard, and notice my shapes that I have, they're on their individual paths right now, so they're separate, right? We want to kind of put them together. I've created these shapes by using the the shape tool over here. There's a star tool, and then there's a rectangle tool. You're going to have to create two different shapes, and then color them according to your liking. All right. Now we're not grouping these two together. We don't want to do that. The group option is under Object and then Group, or Command G. Grouping them will put them together. So if I group these, then I can move them, and then they're in one group. Okay, right now they're grouped because I hit the Command G. If I want to ungroup them, I'll go to Ungroup or Shift Command G. That's Shift, that's a symbol for Shift Command G. You can hit that on the keyboard. So Shift Command G, and now they're ungrouped. Okay, click off, click on one, you can pull them apart. Okay, that's how you group things together. You can also group or select two things at once by clicking your arrow and scrolling over. Let your cursor hover over both shapes. If it hovers over just one shape, it'll select just the star. Hover over this shape, it'll select that star. If you get any part of this box over both shapes, it's going to select both of them. So be careful of that, okay? Now the first one, if we go back to our PDF, oh, not that guy. It's saying unite. Okay, so we want to unite these, and we want to minus front, and we want to intersect. So we're going to go along the top of our shape modes in Illustrator, our Pathfinder. So here we go. We're going to select both of them. You have to select both when applying the Pathfinder tools. Our Pathfinder is over here in our palettes. If we cannot see it, we need to go to Window, find Pathfinder. Okay. Now here's our Unite tool. It says Option click. What does it say there? Option click to create a compound shape and add to shape area. Well, let's not deal with that right now. Let's click on the shape and see what happens. Okay, so there we have it. All right, it united them together. All right, but what I'm going to do first, I'm going to step backward. To do that, go to Undo Move. In Illustrator, it's great because you can do it as many times as you want. Command Z will do that. I'm going to duplicate this first. I'm going to copy, Command C, and then Command V to paste. It'll paste it. So because I want to show what we're doing, I want to then unite and then move it over, just like that. Okay? And then if I take my text tool, I can simply write in, whoops, don't do that, unite. Voila. Okay, there we go. Now the next one. If I duplicate this or scroll over both of them, I want to copy it, paste it, put it in place here. And you know what? Let's use another guide. Why not? Let's use another guide because it's there. Why not use it, right? It's a tool. Okay, let's bump that in place. What happens if we do the next one? Minus front. Bang. The front is gone. Look at that. The shape, whatever shape is in front, it'll be taken away from the back shape, okay? So is that what it's asking us to do? Oh, well, the star was in front. So see what happened there? The star was in front. So let's change it. Let's do it. Let's follow rules, okay? You got to follow rules, see? No thinking out of the box here, right? So if we want our star to be in front, we got to click here, and we got to go to Object, Arrange, Bring to Front. Or you can Shift, Command, back bracket, like that, okay? You can Shift Command front bracket and it'll put it back. Shift Command back bracket. And there we go. Select them both. Minus front. Huh. Looks different than his, doesn't it? There it is. Oh, he colored them differently. See, we're being different. Different is okay. I'm running on 10 minutes here, folks. So, you know what? I'm talking too much. The first one, well, let's do this one. Copy, paste. Let's do it again. Okay? You guys get the picture, I hope. Let's do this next one. There it is. Okay? It intersected it. Okay, let's do this one. Copy, paste. Yikes. Look at that. Is that right? Sure looks right. There it is. Excluded. Excluded wherever they intersect, it'll exclude that. Okay, so if you select both of them, what you're doing is you're cutting out this stuff. So now if we take our direct selection tool is great because it is going to just take the parts that we just split apart, right? Okay. So keep going with this. Try to do them all. Try to do them all right? Divide, trim, merge. Let's try the divide, all right? Let's go into there. Last one I'm going to show you, and then you're gonna knock it out, all right? So let's copy, paste, move it into here. Let's do a divide. Divide is here. Click on it. Now, if we click off of it and go to our direct selection tool, we should be able to take these things and split them apart. See how that works? What a great tool. Love it. Okay, easy. All right, let's do the next one. Select them. Copy, paste. Move it in. What's this one, huh? Ooh, what's this? This is trim. Trim, trim. Okay. Take it. Trim it. Oh, it looks different. All right, kind of looks different than what he did. But that's a great one for making Francois. I think, you know, you might want to use that one for when you have to create Francois. Okay, so anyway, label them, do them all, label them, and then what I want you to do is, here's your test, all right? Here's your test. You got to make Francois just like this. How would you make his eyes? How would you do his teeth and his body? Trim. Here's a hint. Use trim on the body. All right, good luck, you guys. I've spoken way too much. Have fun.